If the IRS levies or garnishes a taxpayer's wages or salary, that can be devastating as it can wipe out an entire paycheck for as long as the levy or garnishment is in place. How can someone pay basic living expenses? Where does one turn to for help? Hi, I'm Gary, and welcome to TaxBulldog for the best thoughts and ideas for trimming your tax debt. Now, these videos are to help you to help yourself to avoid costly professional fees. If your situation has a level of complexity, then you may want to consult a professional. These videos will at least give you an introduction as to what to expect and to know when someone is just misleading you. In these videos, I will make references to resources and links on the web. Often I will display them on the screen and I'll put them in the description below. If the link is lengthy, I will just list it in the description below. If you feel you need help, see my video on selecting a tax professional to represent you at this link. I will cover information on states where I can. There are 50 states and each having their own unique tax laws. While I have worked with many states in my years in this profession, they do change at times. I cannot keep up with 50 states, whereas it's easier with just the IRS. Now, every time I have an interaction with a state, I update my notes on it. The information I provide in this video is not legal advice and it should not be relied upon as such. All or portions of this video are copyrighted and all rights are reserved. In this video, I'm going to discuss IRS and state wage and salary garnishments. Now, IRS wage garnishments are technically called a continuous salary and wage levy, so I'll refer to them as a levy. As of the date of this video, the law reference is under Internal Revenue Code 6331(E), and the Internal Revenue Manual reference is under IRM 5.11.5. Now, these levies can be brutal, and the IRS will typically take about 90% of your paycheck after legal withholdings, such as withheld taxes, child support, and other legal obligations. If you have additional money withheld for health insurance, charitable contributions, union dues, savings plans, etc., that is paid after the IRS levy is paid. Sometimes that can leave you with no take-home pay. The Publication 1494 will give you a table of how much the IRS will take based on family size and pay frequency. For example, based on the recent Publication 1494, as of this video, that's dated January 2017, which is usually released in January of each year. A single person is allowed to keep $400 on a biweekly payroll frequency. That's only about $860 a month to live on. That is based on the formula of 2.15 paydays in a month for a biweekly payroll frequency. That's a formula that averages over the course of a year, probably not reality for most people. For a married person on the same pay frequency, 4 dependents, himself or herself, a spouse, 2 children, they get to keep $1,154 per payday, or $2,481 a month. Can a family of 4 live on so little? And these examples are before other deductions. After the IRS gets their money, your take-home pay could be a lot less or nothing. So this is definitely something you want to avoid. How will you buy food, pay rent, or transportation costs to get to work? Also, employers are not happy about it as it causes an extra administrative burden on them. While an employer cannot legally fire you for that, they may find other reasons. Now, the IRS and states do not resort to wage levies quickly and easily. They do realize this is a devastating action against the taxpayer. It is a serious step, and they try to give the taxpayer plenty of opportunity to resolve a tax debt in other ways, such as payment agreements. A wage levy is a continuous levy until the tax debt is paid or another method of resolution is reached, such as entering into an installment agreement. See my other videos in regards to the different types of installment agreements that you may qualify for. Some are quick and easy, and some require more work. So how do you get a wage or salary levy released? It's not as hard as you may think. It requires that you do give this your immediate attention and make it a top priority in your life at the time. It requires taking stock of your financial profile to determine what you can offer to pay. As in my other videos, you may be able to request a guaranteed or streamlined installment agreement. That makes it a lot easier. Those are the simplest kind to do. If you cannot qualify for a guaranteed or streamlined agreement, you will have to do a regular full disclosure agreement and complete a Form 433A for personal taxes. If you are going to have to do a regular installment agreement, you'll probably want professional help, as there are options you may miss, pitfalls and traps to avoid. As you are working with the IRS, you'll want to talk to your employer to let them know you are in the process of negotiating a release. Employers are required to remit funds withheld for the levy once a month. Some employers may remit more often, such as with each pay date, along with other normal withheld taxes. Once the money is sent to the IRS, there's no getting it back. If you get the levy released, request it to be faxed to the employer immediately and have the employer's payroll department fax number handy. The employer can release back to you any funds withheld for the levy but not yet remitted to the IRS. When another resolution is reached, the IRS or state will release their levy immediately, in most cases. Call the phone number at the top or bottom of the letter to talk to someone at the IRS to work out an agreement to release the levy. States do present their unique challenges at times. Now, with states, some states have different ways in which they work with you. Most states will work with you for payments over time. Most will accept installment agreements from 1 to 3 years. It varies state by state. Some states are very difficult and do not accept installment agreements at all. It's a full pay or they take everything they can. Some states will not take more than 25% on a levy, the same as creditors are limited to. It depends on the state's law. The last time I dealt with Kansas, they took 100% of a person's paycheck when they did a wage levy. It's full pay or they take it all. No negotiation. And that's brutal. So in summary, wage levies can be brutal. You want to avoid that if at all possible. There usually are workable options for you. You can usually negotiate an agreement and get a payment plan that will work for you. Call the phone number at the top or bottom of the letter to talk to someone at the IRS to work out an agreement to release that levy. States can be especially brutal and difficult to deal with. With taking the right steps and being proactive about dealing with tax debt, you can save yourself a lot of grief and hardship. Now here are some resources, and I'll put these in the description below. TaxBulldog.com. This is my website with many articles, documents, forms, and other information in regards to dealing with tax collection and audit issues. I try to demystify things. Information on wage garnishments at this web address. /IRS Back Taxes book at this address. TaxBulldog, this channel here on YouTube for helpful videos. IRS on YouTube. This is a treasure trove of helpful videos for taxpayers. It's very good stuff. So in closing, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it and you got some ideas out of it, please give me a like and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. This is all I do, and I do it well. Please subscribe to see my future videos as I produce them so you can be aware of topics that may be timely and important for you at that time. Also, from time to time, I will update the descriptions of my videos as I add other relative videos and information as an update. Check back often if you need more information. I may have something new for you. After a period of time, some of the tax law, regulations, processes, and procedures can change. I will post updates on my website at TaxBulldog.com and in the videos here on YouTube. I will also post updates and descriptions of previously posted videos. After a period of time, some of the links may expire as old content is changed or removed from the web by others. Thank you.